master's, and I graduate in April. And one of the assignments is that we have to video an entire lesson that I teach and send it in to my professor. So that's what this is. So just ignore it. I'm going to ignore it, so you ignore it too. This is just a regular lesson. Okay? The warm-up you've got in front of you. Yes, ma'am?
What's the other IXL? I can't see it.
IXL is BB8, BB9. I'm going to get there in just a second. Okay, so what you have in front of you, your warm-up, is a reminder of what we learned on Friday. Okay, it's the power law, the very last one that I taught you. See what you can do. If you can only do the first part, that's okay. Block 4 struggled a little bit on the second half, and so we needed to spend a little more time on the second half of that paper, and that's okay. Do what you can. Talk to each other. Oh my gosh, what'd you get? This is really confusing. That's the kind of stuff I want to hear. Yes? Okay. So you might only be able to do this part. So this really means 2 to the 3rd to the 4th power. This would be the 3rd. Right? So what would that be? This goes back to one of the laws.
Do you add them, or you know
What would this be?
you said?
Don't go there yet. We're not finished.
You get P10?
Yep.
Wait, maybe
So what's a fast power?
Sure.
So this would be Yep. I don't have anything wrong with You can. If you were going to leave this though with
Write it out.
I was doing
if you were going to leave Okay, so what were I have 3 here. 3 here. 3 here, yes. You got it. Yes. Needed a 10. It'd be Okay, folks. I'm changing strategy. We're going to do this together. I'm walking around looking at some of your answers, and they're either incorrect or we have totally forgotten what the power law is. So pause, don't go any further, and let's do this together and see if that helps. Okay. What the first part was asking you. Expand expression and write the product. Some of you had it. Those of you who got number 1 accurately says, okay, this is 2 to the 3rd to the 4th power. So who's going to tell me how to expand that? Ben.
You do 2 to the 3rd 4 times.
2 to the 3rd times 2 to the 3rd times 2 to the 3rd times 2 to the 3rd. Okay, here's what I saw on some of your papers that was incorrect. I saw that become the base. Why is that incorrect? Ben.
The base always stays the same.
Yeah, do not change that base. You guys, if this was x to the 3rd to the 4th, that would be x to the 3rd times x to the 3rd times x to the 3rd times x to the 3rd. And then the answer would be, if we had this one, that would be x to the 12th. So using that strategy, our base doesn't change. What's our base in this one? 2, right? So this answer would be, Carmen, what would this be? 2 to the what?
2 to the 12th.
You got it. Does that help clarify things? If I put an X in there, does that help you see it? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Remember, that is like the number 1 mistake that people make is they change the base. It's not an issue when you see a variable in there, but when people put a number in there, for some reason it's very confusing. So just remember, do not change base. not change the base. All right, let's go down to this one. P squared to the 5th. How do we expand that one out? Okay,
Oh, you do P to the second power, 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 P to the second power.
got it. I got P squared 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, going back to the product law, which is the very first one that we talked about, if we have 2 P's and 2 P's and 2 P's and 2 P's and 2 P's, John, how many P's we got?
10.
10. So it would be P to the 10th power. What about this one? This one, I expect this one to be a little tricky. Expand this one out for me, Griffin.
You do x n times x n.
X to the n power times x to the n power. So how do I express that? Yeah?
Is it x n plus n?
Yes, it'd be x to the n plus m, because we have them like this. We add our exponents. Go back to combining like terms, that skill that you learned in 5th grade and 6th grade. When you have 2 m's, does anybody remember how to express that? I tell you what 4th block wanted to say. 4th block wanted to say this meant m squared. And why is that wrong?
That's already the exponent.
Leah.
Because you're adding, not multiplying.
Right. This is adding. This would be, if this was multiplying, that would be right. Good job. Excellent. So, how do I express that? It's not m squared. What is it, Ben?
Is it xm2?
xm, put the coefficient first. 2m.
Yeah.
Yep, you got it. Right there.
So it's gonna be-
That's how you would express that one. So that one's tricky because it causes you to remember what happens if I'm adding like terms. We haven't practiced that skill in a long time. That's a great refresher. So make sure you have that one written right there. That's how you express that. Okay, last one, number 4. You all tried, ooh, nope, I want to do this one together, then I'm going to let you fly a little bit on the bottom. So tell me what you got for number 4. How do you expand that out, Janie?
Well, I just added the outside exponent to x, so it would be, and then I multiplied the 2 exponent to 3, so it would be 2 to the 6th power x2.
Okay, so you already found your shortcut here. How many of you all already found the shortcut without expanding it? Just show me your hands. Okay, so some of us are using this shortcut and some of us are expanding it out. Okay, Janie, if you were going to expand it out, how would you expand it out?
You do 2 to the, would it be 2 to the 3rd power times 2 to the 3rd power?
It'd be 2 to the 3rd power x, right? That's one of them. And how many times do I have to do that out? 2. Twice, right? 2 to the 3rd power x. Now, show me what you did. If I have it like that. So you're right. You said 2 to the 6th, because that would be 2 to the 3 plus 3 x squared, because you have 1x here and 1x here. So you were exactly right. 2 to the 6th power x squared. Looking at how we went from this answer to this answer, from this answer to this answer, you had already touched on it, Janie, so I'm going to let you take number 5 too. What is a faster way to do the power rule if you don't want to expand it out?
Then multiply the exponents,
Yeah.
add it to the variable.
Multiply the outside exponent to all the terms. Okay, I'm going to underline the word all. I want you to too. You multiply the outside exponent to all the terms inside the parentheses. So if I had 3 to the x squared y to the third, and all of that was to the 4th power. Okay, I'm going to give you a second to catch up. I want you to write that example down. I'm going to use a different color here. You have to take that exponent, you have to take it to all the terms inside the parentheses, which means it goes to that 3, it goes to that x, and it goes to the y. So who wants to take a guess and tell me what they think the answer is there? Riley? Want to give it a whirl?
I'll try. I don't know.
It's okay, if you make a mistake, you're only going to learn from it. Good, give it a whirl.
Do you want me to solve it?
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
in exponent form. You can leave the
so since it applies to all, first I think you do the coefficient, maybe 3 to the 4th power.
yes.
And then it would be,
That's you.
you would apply 4 to the 2 exponent, so it would be x to the 6, x to the 8.
Beautiful. Yep. Good girl. Now one more.
1y12.
You got it. Okay. That right there is the power law, folks. That was a good review. Okay, so here's what I want to do. These next 15 problems, I want you to try, but here's the deal. Don't start working ahead. I need your attention, and I'm going to wait until I have everyone looking at me. I want you to try to solve these on your own. You can do them 2 ways. If you want to expand it out, you can. You don't have to use the shortcut power law. That's there when you're confident. Okay, so if you'd rather expand it out, expand it out. The other thing that's important is that I expect, I'm going to highlight the ones that I think are going to be tricky. 11, 13, 14, and 15. I'm going to be walking around and I want to hear you talk and compare your answers to your table mates that are sitting with you. Okay? And then after a few minutes, we will come back together and we'll go over the answers and talk about what may be tripping you up. Okay? All right, go. Hold on, she had it first. Yep.
Yes. Not to the outside. This would be, we expanded it out. So if you were going to multiply 2 times m, what would that be?
2x.
I got you.
2 squared. Which one?
See? So we're just, when we're shortcutting, we're just taking out the expanded stuff. Does that make sense? So if you don't want to use this, don't worry about it. Just expand it out.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, to solve the exponent.
You guys, good question. Folks, you don't have to work any numbers out. So if you want to leave things in exponent form, you can. Don't worry about grabbing a calculator. I want to know that you can work things. So like for the first one, or like number 7, where it's 10 to the 2nd to the 3rd power, I don't really need you to work that out. I just want you to show me what that would be with a base and an exponent. Make sense? Okay.
8 and 6
Okay, so I don't know if I can simplify first.
You're asking them to pay 6 power to Guys, can I check my answers with you?
Right, so this is
Wait, okay,
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
for
when
11,
she's
For 11, it can't be 6 and 6 power.
Thank you. So it'd be 6 to the 3rd power, so 8 to the 7.
Should we do the exponent
Because you
first?
do 2 times 3.
I know, but she doesn't want us to solve it. She just wants us to make it simple.
She's not gonna do it.
I got 4. I got Which one?
11.
I got 66.
What about the third time?
Oh yeah, you don't have the power. Which one's the lowest?
I got 6.
Which one?
Which one was 13?
Hey guys, I really like what I'm hearing. All the tables are talking about their answers. I love that. You all compare what's going on.
Can you guys not tell me the answer, but can you help me with
Yeah, y'all are done.
Okay, yeah. Which one are you working
Jake,
with?
we
12.
I think it's 3x.
Do the first parentheses,
Because you
then
don't
do the second
subtract anything from
parentheses,
each
and then do it from there. That's what I do.
3x times 2.
Exponents.
And that's exponent.
Wait, what'd you say?
Yeah.
Is it x8, y8, which is
It's x.
Three, 5, x, 2, 5, x.
What's your base here?
3, 5x, 10.
Can you check your answer with me? Just do.
You changed your base.
Just not the same. Yeah, it wouldn't be multiplied.
What did you guys do? Is that
I got 7 to the third power of j.
Like, that's what I'm confused on.
What is it?
I'm not just.
I'm doing that right now. I got negative 3.
Let's just keep going. Let's see what we got on the last one that way.
Okay, guys, with number 9, you get 73.
Yes.
Is the J part of 7? And 7J.
Squared, yes. And then every term in here, that's 7 and the j squared is to the third power,
So
right?
it'd be 7, 3J2?
Yes.
Yes, I got it right. Guys, what did you get for 10? Big Miss Sarah, what did you
You can keep going. So 3 to the third is 3 times 3, which is 12 times 3, which is, right, so this is really 2 times 27 to the 6th.
Yep. One more step. Yes, ma'am. There's a couple of ways you can solve that one, we're gonna talk about that, but that's the right answer. So you solve it by taking that exponent to every term, and it works out.
Over the 3.
Wait, for 11 you guys have
Is x2 and x1? 3, 2. Then it would go in the
No,
bottom.
not for the 3 and the 4.
So what she did,
There's no for how it has x2, x1. Then x1
so
would
you
go
would
in
wind
the
up with
bottom.
the same answer as what it is.
I actually used it.
That'd be 4 would go on the top.
Like, oh, 36. No, 6, 3. What did it?
It's 54.
Okay, folks, stop. We're all nearing the end, and I want to talk about these. And keep in mind, please, when we're going over these answers, what is it that's tricky or messing you up so that I have a chance to help you. Let's see how we got number 1. Who wants to take it? Janie, I'm looking at you. You want to do it? Okay, how'd you solve it? Did you use the power law or did you expand it?
I used the power law.
Okay?
I put the outside exponent to the 2, so it would be 2 squared, and then once you add the 2 to the x, it would be 2 squared x2.
Excellent. So what was your... Perfect. This is the final answer. And I told you guys you could leave that in exponent form. So if you got that, that was great. If you simplified it even further, it would have wound up there. Either one of those would have been perfect. Okay, let's go to number 7 right here. Brady, you want to take that one?
Sure.
Did you expand it or did you use the power law?
I did the power law.
Okay?
I multiplied 3 to the exponent to the 2, and then I got 10 over 6. Or 10 to the 6 power.
Okay, so you did 10 to the 3 times 2, and that gave you 10 to the 6. That's perfect. Good job. All right, number 8. I'm expecting this to trip people up. Why do you think? Janie? Because there's this negative right there. So let's see, there's no, if you make a mistake, that's awesome, because your brain's just going to grow from it. Jake, awesome. Give it a whirl.
-3 to the 10th power and x to the 30th power.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Tell me what you did and why.
I just multiplied 5 to the 2nd power on -3 and 6 to the 5th power on
Okay, so you shortcut, that would be -3 to the 10th power, x to the 30th power. Good job. Did anyone make that positive? No? Okay. Number 9. Ava. You can do it, girl.
Okay, so I use the power law, and I on the outside exponent, which is 3, I put it 2, 7, and j, which gave me 7 to the 3rd, and because there was already an exponent on j, it would be 3 times 2, which equals j6, to be 7 to the 3rd power and j to the 6th power.
Perfect. Yes, Eli.
Oh, so also has to do that.
Oh, yes, I would love you to. Number 10.
Yeah, I did the power law,
Okay.
and I got 8 to the 3rd,
Yes.
which is the 6th, and
Perfect. You guys feel better about this so far?
Yeah.
All right. What about number 11? This was, I checked in with a couple of you all, and it tricked you. Leah.
for number 11, I did the exponent 3 to the coefficient 3, and I kind of like simplified it to 3 to the 3rd and j to the 6th, and then I did 3 to the 3rd, which is 27, and I multiplied 27 by 2 because the 2 is outside of the parentheses, which would be 54, so the answer is 54/86.
Okay. You did that perfectly. But I have a question. 54a to the 6th. That was the answer. How did you know not to include this 2 with the exponent?
Because it wasn't inside the parentheses, so the exponent didn't have any power.
Perfect. Okay, she's got it. Don't include this 2. That has nothing to do with the exponent, only what's inside the parentheses. So that was great. Very precise. Okay, number 12. You want to try it, Kendall?
No, I don't.
That's okay. Okay, that's okay. Mary?
Sure. So I did, wait, number 12, right?
Yeah.
So I got x, so the first one I just simplified that first. So I got x to the 2nd power, y to the 2nd power.
Okay.
And then I put parentheses around those so that I wouldn't get confused. And then I applied the next one, which was x to the 4th power and y to the 4th power.
Okay.
And then I just added the exponents. So it'd be x to the 6th power, y to the 6th power.
Perfect. Okay, this next was awesome. And there are 2 ways to solve it, and I have already seen Mary and Olivia both got the same answer and solved it 2 different ways. So I'm going to talk about which way. Brody, walk me through your way.
I split the numbers and then I put the lines.
Like right there?
Yeah.
Okay?
And I did 8 divided by 2 is 4.
Okay?
And then the can't do the x in the second, but can't subtract them. So and then I put 4 to the second, which is 16.
Okay, so you recognize that x squared and x squared cancel out. Squared, and that equals 16. Perfect. That was the way that Olivia solved it. Griffin, how did you do it?
I put the exponent on the outside of the parentheses on every number, or everything inside the parentheses, which would be 8 to the second power, x to the fourth power, 2 to the second power, and x to the fourth power again.
Yep.
And then I did 8 to the second power, which is 64, and then 64 and then 2 to the second power is 4, and then 64 divided by 4 is 16, and then those cancel out. I mean the x to the fourth power cancels out.
X to the fourth power goes away, since 16 divided by 4 is 16. So either way, you get the right answer. So 2 strategies. One is you can simplify inside the parentheses first if you want to. That might make it easier. You won't be able to do that all the time. Sometimes you're going to have to take that exponent to every term in there, like number 14. Take a moment and compare the answer you got with your tables, with your person sitting next to you. See if we all have the same answer. David, try
Need to wear a Dawn, stop. Is the place too far over? Or is it supposed to be?
We'll talk about it. Yeah, that's a good answer. Hey, Ben and John, come on.
What's going on here?
Jonathan,
Jonathan.
I want Jonathan to tell us what we got, and I want to see if it matches the answer that you all got. Tell me what you did and why.
So,
And then tell me what you came out here with a great question, and I want to see if the class knows. It was a good question. So
Okay.
tell me what you did and why first.
so first I just applied to everything and then worked from there. So I got 3 to the 5th power,
Okay,
x to the 10th power,
okay.
over 2 to the 5th power, and y to the 10th power. I really can't do too much with that, so.
Nope, that's perfect. Unless you had a calculator, that's as far as I needed you to go. Ben.
I have a question.
Oh, whoops.
What do you
Why? You're right.
On
Yes.
3x to the second, there's like a big old space. Like
3x to the second. Which one are you talking about?
Like on the.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, there's a big old space in between there.
Is that the same thing, or are you?
Yeah, is that just like
It's
a typo?
3x squared. Don't let the
I
formatting.
did 2 to everything.
Sorry. Yeah, no, that was my formatting error. Sorry, that term should have said 3x squared.
Okay, because I didn't know if like the fixing is a problem at all or anything.
Jonathan, was that the question you had
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
Okay, that was my bad, you guys. Sorry. Formatting errors.
I thought you multiplied 2.
If you did have a calculator, John, what'd you get for your final answer?
243x10 over 32y.
Then you divide them.
No, you
No, you can't anymore. You can't.
can't.
That's perfect. Good job.
Goofing, dude. Do that.
Okay. Last one. Alex.
First, so I put 3 to the second and x to the second on the top.
Okay.
And I put 4 to the second and x to the fourth on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And then I simplified the coefficients to 9 over 16.
Yes.
So the answer would be 9 over 16 and x2 on the bottom.
I'm working it out slower, but you're absolutely perfect.
What?
9 over 16 x squared. Good job. Okay, so here's what I want to do now, because that warm-up took a little longer than I thought. So here's my strategy. That was the warm-up. That was what we learned Friday. I'm glad we had a chance to go over it though, because those were great questions. So here's what I want to do.
That was good.
Due to some student feedback, I have been requested to reteach a little bit of negative exponents. Some of you all may not need that. Some of you may benefit from that. So I'm going to put a question on the board, and I want you guys to solve it best you can. Those of you that have nailed it can go ahead and try this activity by yourself. Those of you that need to work with me and kind of strategize a little more before we're clear on negative exponents, that's great too. By the end of class, we're all going to wind up pretty much on the same page. Our main activity that I've got for you is the 8th grade unit test that I gave my 8th graders last year. It's not a unit test, but I want you to work through it to see how well you do. Remember, this unit we're doing right now is an 8th grade unit, right? It's one of the things that you will miss next year when you go into algebra. That's why you're hitting it now in 7th grade. But I taught it last year in 8th grade. So I want you to see what the unit test looked like at the end of the year and see how well you can manipulate some of these questions. That is going to be your study guide for our quiz for tomorrow. Okay? You have all class to work on it. Are there any questions? Conditions. You relying on your partner? No. But you comparing your answers with your partner? It's fine. I don't know. Let me see how it goes. And then I'll give you a decision on that in a minute. But before we get there, I want to do my little formative check and see how we're doing. To see who needs. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Because those negative exponents were tricky. Yeah, Alex.
Yes. Want to use your calculator?
Yes, you may. All right. So let me come up with one that I want to do.
Can I work in my hallways?
Not yet.
No, like once we do this.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. All right. I want you to solve 2. You can flip your paper over and do it on the back of the paper. It's fine. You can use notebook paper in your binder. That's fine. Okay. As long as it's your work, remember this is not for a grade. This is just so that I can see whether you are ready to go or if you need to just more practice with negative exponents. All right? First one I want you to do is if I have 6 c to the 3rd, d to the negative 4th, I want you to simplify that. And the second question is going to be 2x to the 3rd times, I put that in parentheses, and then I want times x to the 4th squared, and I want that all over 8x to the 11th. So see if you can strategize those for me. That anything that has a negative exponent in it is not simplified. So where do you put that term to get rid of the negative exponent?
Miss Whittle.
Yes. Okay. You start with this one. And then when you finish this one, I'll give you the 8th grade unit. Okay? No, that one. see if you can figure that out. That would be right, that's not it, you're close. Yep, that's right. Okay. What you got? Yes? No. We've got problems with this one. See if you can find your error. Yep, that one's good. Check that one. Yes, yes, good job. Okay, try that. Yeah, you got it. Good job.
There's two
Yes, there's 2 2s?
Yeah, and 0 1.
Okay. Good job. What you got? Okay, we have an error. What do we do with this? Then we have an error here. Yep. You were good. That seminar yesterday. Missy. Yep, perfect. Yep, perfect.
Let's get down and dirty.
This is perfect. Perfect. So close. Yes. Variables are right. Let me see. Yes. Perfect. Try that one. Yes.
Yeah, but
Yes. Perfect. Good job, buddy. I'm coming. It's so much. Yes. Good job, Jojo. Simplify. Yes. 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 Yes, good job. Except when it goes into the bottom, it gets rid of that. Yeah. Yep. You have a ticket? Ticket. You got it, good girl. Yes. Okay.
Zero power is.
Found it. All right, hold on just a second. I got one other table to check. You're almost done. Okay. Well, see if you can. There's 2 ways you can solve this one. So let's say after it's not a negative exponent, then I just use the power and take that negative 2 for each thing. Let's see what happens. Figure it out. Come back.
Those are
I know. They told me that too. Folks! Eyes on me, please. Okay. This paper that you are graduating to has very challenging problems on it. Okay, need your attention. Okay, the problems on here are like the ones you're going to have to solve tomorrow on your quiz. These are hard. And it requires you to use all of the laws we've learned to solve them. I am going to post the answer key on the whiteboard. I do not want you listening to music for this part of it because I want you talking to each other and strategizing and checking each other's answers. When you have checked your answer here, you can go get that 8th grade unit test off of my desk and start working through that. I'm okay with you listening to music while you work through that. Does that make sense? Are there any questions? Okay, so no music while we're doing this. This one I want you talking to each other. The other one is more independent. Okay, let me see. This one. Let me see. No, you two. Perfect. Perfect. So everybody, did you get on the bottom one?
Yeah, so the end, can we all check first?
Okay, let me work it with you. Yes. Correct. Yes. One more time, and then let's separate it out, expand it out.
So everything is one, so it's just one.
Yeah.
So you agree this is down here?
That's negative 2 times 11. Right. I'm going to bring this down here.
So you put these two, y, 24.
What? No. This one is negative 2, right? That's perfect. This one.
So wait, what did you do? When you just
Like that, what did you do?
Because 3
Yep,
on
so
6
they're
plus 3 plus 2 equals 3 plus negative 2 equals 1 times 4.
Yep.
So now I'm done.
So it's G.
Come here. Check your answers here and then grab your.
You're not like you have a heart attack.
That's not
Okay.
Sophie remark always.
So you would, at first, you would have 6x over x.
No, that's it.
There's 4 up here and 10 down here.
Our bus driver, you're in 5th grade. When we got to the neighborhood, there's
Because these are 2 different variables.
there's just lights, so you can just go. And we get candy of what?
Okay, yes, but I'm still. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay, so show me some of this is, and I'll let you go there. Okay? You can, and you're gonna need a calculator.
Neighborhood swallow.
Then,
It's 1 over 2. C to the 5th. That's it. Maybe this would be D. What do you do with D over
He's a good one. He's going to office. Is it early dismissal? It should have been your bag. Yeah, okay. That's a really long equation.
Carmen, are you leaving? Yep. Okay, let me give you two things. Does Carmen have a good dinner?
Just little.
Yeah.
Real quick, can you help me solve this problem? Because I don't understand
Now
it.
what?
Can you help me solve this problem? Because I don't know if I'm coming back to
Carmen, are you getting braces?
Okay, so how you do this, right? Remember on the example we did with the fraction, you would take this and turn it. Okay? So the first one would be x to the, what is negative 8
I
times
legitimately get that.
positive 16, right? Oh. So on the bottom, y to the 11, 11 times negative 2, what is that? So if you have a sum that looks like that, what do you think when you have a negative exponent on the bottom, you have to shoot it up. So your final answer is x to the 16, y to the 22. Both of these separated are on top.
Okay. Let me give you an 8th grade unit test on
That seminar helped me.
Yes, you just saw awesome. Awesome, did you check your answer?
I know, right?
Oh my god, this looks so easy. Number 5. Yeah, you just do one thing. Tell Jackson I'm not absent.
You're welcome.
4 to the 4th power.
Yeah, but it's still, you would add it.
That's how they I know exactly No, it's no
You don't solve it.
Change the base. Show me.
That's 4 times. This means 4 to 1. Then it would be 1.
For example, you're going to use your power because that's where you do everything. So that would be 2 times and then would be x to the negative 3. So 2 to the 0 times 4. What is 2 to the 0 times 4? What is 0 times 4? You don't have to do the then.
Nice. That's impressive right there. You don't have to solve it.
It's 5, it's 1.
Yeah. What is the exchange for power? 1. So your answer. Got it. You got it. Yes, ma'am. I'm ready to. Check your answers? Yeah. Okay. On my desk, I'll leave
What's 4 to the 3rd power?
I'll be checking on you.
Are you doing the table?
No.
If, John, if it gets distracting out there. Okay. I'll check it in. Wait, how did you get that all by yourself? Good job. Okay, and then.
Oh my god, I'm doing exponents
Just like regular adding. I can't do that. 6. It'd be 6 or 18.
Are we doing it?
Oh, she doesn't have any more power.
Just leave it, you can leave it. I don't care about that. If you can get 8 to the 3rd power, I don't care. Yeah. You can leave it in that form, and that's fine.
See my answer.
I think that's a period. That's the end of the sentence. Find the volume of a cube that has an edge of 2 into the 4th cube of 7. How do you find the volume of something? Okay, let me go back. How do you find the area of something? So if I want you to find the area of this square, and this is 4, and this is 4, what's the area? How do you know? You got it, okay. So the area is length times width. The next thing you learn is volume. So that'd be like, now you want to fill this sucker up, right? You're trying to figure out how much goes in here. So what other piece of information do we need? We got length, we got width. So it'd be length times width times height, right? It's a cube. So what does that tell you? It's a cube. So what I'm trying to get you to come up with is this. Does that make sense? Your unit test, yeah, but not your quiz.
So why would we multiply it by the outside exponent?
Because parentheses have exponents. What is her exponents inside of parentheses?
Well, that's what I get for doing that problem here.
That's what they just did.
Do you guys have the same thing as me on the exponent table thing?
Whoa.
It's just X16.
It's not going to stop. So you have an area.
X? I really, yeah. No way.
Oh my god, wait, what?
Right?
Actually, here, you put it over
How do you erase something? Okay, how do you do this? How do you erase something?
Does that make sense?
How do you erase something?
Make it clear.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you help me.
Did you check your answers with the?
I know. Overcomplicated.
Oh my god, Stephen, he's my favorite part of the day. Yes, Stephen.
I don't know.
I'm not looking. This is so actually I
What? I don't know.
G3 and GA is
Okay, so you can go get mine, go check all of the answers. Perfect. You can go grab the 8th grade.
yeah,
that's not
How did you get 12?
that there's okay. The 8th grade unit test.
I need to know. Can I use your somewhat later? Thank you, darling. So confused. When I say confused, I mean like I. My neighborhood. Okay, to help me work with it. Oh, what is that?
Yeah.
I always do this.
No, it's
Can you snap? Put your finger in
no.
your thumb.
It says study guide in here. What the heck is 7?
Yeah, hey guys, look at me please. Doc, Quinn, Kelsey, I've had 3 questions on number 10. And it involves finding how to find the volume. How do we find the volume? Who remembers? What is it? First of all, what is volume? Y'all learned this in 6th grade. Sarah.
I think it's how much space is inside of a box, or like how much space is inside of something.
Yeah. Volume. If I want to know the volume of this water bottle, I want to know how much water I can put in it, right? So, what is a cube?
A square.
Like a 3D square, right? Like a Kleenex box. A Kleenex box.
That's right.
Act like it's a cube. Okay? So if this is a cube, what is a cube? Tell me.
It's square.
It's square, right? All the sides are equal. So to find the volume of a cube, you have to go length times width times height. Okay? But if it's a cube, all the sides are equal. This is not a cube, so they would not be equal. Does that make sense? So on number 10, when they ask you to find the volume of a cube, that one of the sides equals that weird number, you're going to take that whole thing and cube it.
Okay.
For a rectangle.
She just said.
Here. Alex, would that be better?
Yes.
I found a
No, it's still not a square. I was gonna say.
It's closer.
Closer. But I don't want to have an exact.
It's closer.
So you literally times it by this. You can't times it for just time to get to
It's not by anything, so it's just 204 cubes. So it would just be, it would just be 4 and 8 cube 14.
Okay. Show me. Which one?
Just use multiply by 2.
Multiply by 3.
So there's a couple ways you can do it. How do you want to do it?
21 squared.
It's not squared though.
Because by cubes is
It's 6.
So C, well, that's negative 5. So negative times negative 5. We got it. Okay. Oh, stay with that. Now,
we got all of them right. Except for one.
8. Congrats.
You have to do another sheet.
What?
You have to do another one.
I know. You didn't have to laugh.
Is 1.
You guys need me cameras.
So when you divide something by 1, it doesn't count.
Sorry.
Okay?
So I'm just doing
So you use that strategy.
Yeah. And then in W you go on the top.
Take that.
You don't have to put V1, you can just put
I know, it's about like.
Take ring into this, right? Check your answers, Kat.
So this.
Oh my god, this
Right
is
there,
so
and
good.
then grab the.
7.
And then it's 1.
I got it.
Yeah.
A7.
Negative 2 times 11 is what? Yeah.
E2K, E2K.
Yes.
Oh shoot, I put them
Perfect.
in
You
place.
got it. That's one I gave you, but see if you can get the right answer.
It's okay.
Without.
Mr. Nobody.
Cheating.
I didn't know I was
Mr. Nobody's Mr. Yeah.
Cares.
I'm sorry.
That's a good math though.
What? Don't worry about it. I haven't touched that. Are you finished?
We're actually
That's what I want you to do.
so we should
No.
We're gonna go. Okay, can I check my first one? Well,
We're not going back.
What'd you do here?
That's what we had.
If you had x to the 6 times x to the 8, what would that be?
14.
You did x to the 14. So what did you do to get 14? That would be this. That would be 12 to the 6 to the 8. Good catch.
Okay, are you? He's Sarah.
Okay, it's on my desk.
I don't know. Certainly, he probably.
Did you call me? You what? Yeah.
It's like so it's
Good. I'm glad that helped you. I'm watching you. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, that's right, that's right. There's nothing wrong with that one. That can stay in the bottom. Perfect. C4 can. B2 can go in the bottom, and then C4 can stay in the bottom. Yep.
Because like if you
It's like
any value in it's gonna automatically be 1 and then 1 to the 8. You technically make it just 1, but you just put everything else in X.
Guys, can you please check my first?
If I had
Yeah, I don't know the
I'm
last.
gonna check all of the A to the 8 with that.
You are.
Okay, so what is it? What's that 7 right there?
yeah, I just threw
Okay, and then yours is X and your power. That's right. So the one would just go away. But that was 3. So right 3. And I taught every year.
3x3 y.
Yeah, 3 and take this. I almost left my third power to watch it. Like G.
Oh, it's easy. It's just E.
I'm getting my remember when we went to the park for like 2 hours? Oh, I know.
Why did you only get a 1 to Oscar?
Yeah.
That was like in January.
I got it. You have to evaluate oh wait, so it'd be negative. Anyway, so it'd be, oh shoot. Wait, okay, I messed up. It's 2.
Let's go look. Hold on, Leah.
So wait,
So
it's a million.
You are right. And I call it,
What was that?
1, 2, 5.
Hey, folks. Yes. This entire class has gone, stop, look at me please. This entire class has gone by, and JoJo was the only one to find an error that I had made.
I
confused. Like, how was it going?
Yeah, we
I was thinking, I'm like, what?
Oh my goodness.
The whole time I was like,
I was like, it's one. G's the bomb. JoJo, you get like a lollipop or a Jolly Rancher or something. That's the bomb. Now listen. She struggled and she caught my error, and that's awesome because I have an error and nobody else said anything.
I
We thought we were wrong.
No! I'm looking this wrong.
I don't.
That is G to the third times G to the negative 2. All of that is to the fourth power. Let me show you what I did. I said the next step was G to the fourth times G to the negative 8. I don't know what I did. I don't know what. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. What should I have done, JoJo?
It would have been 12 times negative 8.
Yeah, so I did not take this properly to that term and take it to this term. So my answer should have been G to the 12th times G to the negative 8. Then JoJo recognizes that this term right here has got a negative exponent in there, so we got to get rid of that. That becomes G to the 12th over G to the 8th. If I got 12 up top and 8 on the bottom, they all cancel out, but
Yeah, that's what I
G4. That's correct. Good job.
Yeah, gosh.
That's right. Well then, my answer key's wrong. Oh, so my answer key's wrong. JoJo, you want to send them or you don't? All right, point it out. Yes. Yes, there is one. I don't know how. And then I want to read the lesson I gave some algebra. Here, try to do this one. Let's do it on the outside and everything else. That is strong work. Good job. It's not an 8 out of all right.
I forgot that was. It was in a it was in freaking ACT.
No, hang on. I'm looking at what you did. So it would be
There's only 2 that I got wrong, and one I just need to take out one. The other one I just need to speak
because this negative 5 is in the parentheses.
It's 10.
Thank you. Right. So it would be positive.
Which one did you say that was a million?
Yeah, it would be
Which one
just
did I say?
because
10 to the 9.
this is really negative 5
So it's
times 10
6
6 times 8. Everything is right. This part is all right. But I think
now you know how it feels to be an Ava.
because this. Yeah, but if you have negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5.
Wait, that's 8 billion. Holy crap. On what? This guy? Yeah. No, do you remember the scientific notation?
I don't remember anything. I was looking up here. That's right.
Well, you're in all advanced, so that's your 7%.
But this negative 5 is inside.
Well, you got a whole lot of cheating.
No matter what.
You're so smart.
I know what I'm doing. No, I'm asking if she does. 1E10, sure, that's it.
Negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5. If it's a quadrant, you have a huge.
This is 60 pounds.
That's how much it is. That thing weighs this.
So if you have
That's how much he weighs?
what do you think the thing is 80?
I weigh more than him. It's kind of like a bird.
It's actually really sad.
Because that's different.
You're totally idiot.
I have a six-pack from going up 3 flights of stairs.
You hate six packs? I will.
Going up 3 flights of stairs is negative. Have you ever tried that? That's my mom did go upstairs.
How did you break your leg?
You just have a mattress.
Okay, it takes a little bit of explaining. I've been out here for a couple of days.
-1 times 5 times 5.
There's other ones too.
This, negative 5 squared.
Does it wrong.
That's the way to do it.
This equals negative 5 times 5. This equals negative 5.
And Joey got stuck in laughing.
Right, so if I have negative 10
Me neither. Somehow.
I'll trip over myself. I'll be walking on like ladders now.
Somehow in summer, I've never like broken any of the life. I've had a couple surgeries, but never.
You get it?
I did almost break my leg.
I had two put in like 5 times to take it out.
How
How are we doing?
I was confused.
Jake, you do not have to do the backside. I have not taught you that yet.
Oh my god.
Bye, no, I'm doing it.
You don't have to worry about that. I'm teaching you that tomorrow.
Ava, can we do the last page?
You don't have to.
Well, look at it. That's awesome. Trying to catch
After maybe one page or like a half a page, can you like
I'm a terrible friend. So, I was playing soccer with my friend, and I was like, I used him because I was falling, so I put him to the ground so he could have like
the IXLs are just right.
So, I technically
Do
was,
if we finish
I broke my friend's wrist.
Guys, I got a choice. How many of you are nearing the end of your 8th grade test? And by the way, do not do the backside where it says scientific notation. Do not do that part. That's tomorrow's lesson. Folks, how many people are nearing the end? Okay. You have 2 choices when you're done. Choice 1 is to work on your 8th grade IXLs, BB8 and BB9 that's due Friday. And then your second choice, if you really don't want to put yourself in front of a computer, is to try a little bit of the algebra practice that I gave my algebra kids last year. Because exponents are going to come back at you next year in algebra. So you have a choice. If you want to try the algebra, it's right here. If you want to do the IXLs, feel free to grab an iPad.
you need to check
Oh, you had your phone back?
your phone?
Now I got a new phone. Do you want to broken fit? Not like what's the answer, but how do you do it?
Your parents.
Darla, oh my god, I'm gonna
App Store.
and on top of that?
you don't show your work. Oh,
Solitaire marathon?
Oh yeah, same time.
Okay, so you want to work on your IXLs. You can
what's the order?
Stop saying that.
I would
Yes, it is.
They fell off.
They fell off.
Oh my god. I know. Yes, it does. I was like,
Wait.
I'm not sure. Oh, I will.
I've got all of it.
I knew it. You're spying on us.
Come around this way.
You good? I'm spying on
I'm guessing you're gonna have to run them around. My dad is like really into like change and how he tries to like all of him like he just tries to do everything. It's really weird.
This is when it comes to I hate my. Okay, so
My dad is fucking his car. He says do one simplification for you. Yes. I don't want to.
How are we?
I'm
Okay, hang on. Let me see something. So if I have x to the 8th over x to the 3rd, what do I have? Yes. Yes. Okay. I've got 8 x's up here and 3 x's on the bottom, so they cancel out, right? Just subtract. Okay. So if I have x to the 5th over x to the 2nd, what does that leave me? X to the 3rd. What is this called? What do you notice about the base here? What do you notice about your bases?
Okay, I'm so different.
You change them. So your bases here are 9, and yet your answer is.
I'm gonna do it right now.
So if you were to expand this out, 9 times 9 times 9 times 9 what is it over 9 times 9? 9 over 9 goes 9 times 9. Does that make sense? How are you doing? You missed Friday. I had a quiz. Quinn. You did well. The only thing you did was -2 over -1/2, not 2. We did good.
okay.
Why do you get Yeah, you have all advanced. So does mom.
Why does it matter? I didn't put some
No one's like, oh yeah, I know. He's not in there, he's like.
So much. Does it vibrate?
Listen to me.
50 was in the end.
Oh, and I got there. That's where it was.
You left it here and I grabbed it.
On the test. Does it
Hi, Chelsea, what are you doing? You good? I think you should try the algebra. Are you coasting through that?
I was coasting through it,
I'll tell you what. Try this. So, you have a choice. This is word problems. That, I want her to, you decide which one you want to do, front or back. Try that one.
is this? I'm gonna try. Oh, dang it. I'm gonna have to Hey, John, how are you?
Yeah. You're still fucked up.
Oh, I get it. And they teach you all this thing. 4 times 3 equals 12. Divided by 2. You want to know that? So you got you never get 6
Probably dead. He's learning social skills, and he's like, someone there?
Yes.
What? Okay.
Yes, I do have to explain that.
Hey guys, you can pack up.
It's like no, 5, 5.
No, I'm gonna get myself.
Oh my God.